there was an emergency recall for 30,000 pounds. So we're flooding the zone with an additional 80,000 tons. But it's okay. We're recalling 30,000 pounds of beef from Argentina. President Trump will allow up to 300,000 metric tons of ground beef to be imported into the United States with lower tariffs over the next 90 days, he said in a social media post. Haha. Ha. Ha. Oh, okay. Well, that sounds pretty good, right? Right? That should be mostly fine, right? Let's see here. Government of Brazil, major provider of U.S. beef imports, said that its president, Luis Silvia, had spoken on the phone with Mr. Trump on Friday. The Brazilian president emphasized the need for further tariff talks. The government said the statement did not mention beef, and the White House did not respond to a question whether Brazil would be supplying beef, but Brazil is one of the few countries that could export large amounts of beef to the United States in the next 90 days. And then, where is... Wait, this doesn't even talk about it. This year, the president signed an executive order to allow imports of an additional 80,000 metric tons of ground beef from Argentina. Unfortunately, let's look at the Snopes piece on this, shall we? Is the Trump administration importing contaminated beef from Argentina? Let's look. Shall we? Shall we? The Post alleged that there were reports that China had rejected shipments of Argentinian beef because of contamination. China did reject a single shipment of Argentinian beef in February 2026 after it found that the product was contaminated with a chemical banned in both China and Argentina. But China continued importing beef from Argentina, which indicates that the country detected the contamination and rejected the shipment in the first place. Does not perceive this to be an ongoing or widespread issue with Argentinian beef. The beef in question was contaminated with starts with a C. Where is it? No. Hold. Yes, here it is. I think this is a good article on this. The antibiotic in question is, I believe, chloramphenicol is how you pronounce it. And it is not safe for human consumption, which is why it is also banned in the United States. I believe the only other usage for the antibiotic is for eye drops. And even there, it's like there are some reporting on there being aplastic anemia cases, because it's kind of a last resort when it comes to antibiotics, and you basically have to not respond to anything else because it can just give you the anemia that is fatal. Major fast food chains may still be sourcing beef raised with antibiotics. They're failing to keep up with pledges to reduce the use of antibiotics in their beef supply. Oh, okay. That's good. And that's after... Let me find it here. Out of the, I believe, over 300 or 80,000 tons of beef that Trump is importing into our country, There was an emergency recall for 30,000 pounds. So we're flooding the zone with an additional 80,000 tons. But it's okay. We're recalling 30,000 pounds of beef from Argentina. That's good, right? Right, guys? Do you guys even have food anymore? I'm a vet tech. We use it all the time in animals, but clients have to wear gloves when giving the medication because of risks of anemia. Well, what I read was it's specifically the oral ingestion of the antibiotic, and at least in human beings, can cause. And from what I read, at any dosage, most poisons are made by the dose. This is an antibiotic that is not as what would the term be? I guess like dose dependent. It's about whether or not you have not this is poor phrasing on my part, so I'd rather just find it. Let me see. Here it is. It's an antibiotic useful for the treatment of a number of bacterial infections. By mouth or injecting into a vein, it is used to treat meningitis, plague, cholera, typhoid fever. Its use by mouth and injection are only recommended when safer antibiotics cannot be used. Common side effects include bone marrow suppression, nausea, and diarrhea. The bone marrow suppression may result in death. To reduce the risk of side effects, treatment duration should be as short as possible. Oh, you know, the antibiotic that fucking kills you. Nothing to be worried about here. That's good. That's good. That's good. And here it is. Adverse effects. Aplastic anemia. The most serious side effect is this. This effect is rare but sometimes fatal. It's the risk of aplastic anemia is high enough that alternatives should be strongly considered. Treatments are available but expensive. No way exists to predict who may or may not suffer this side effect. This effect usually occurs weeks or months after treatment has been stopped, and a genetic predisposition may be involved. So yeah, basically there are some people who are genetically predisposed to consuming this antibiotic and then exploding. And then if you're lucky, it doesn't happen to you. So it's not really something that should be in your beef. Because, like, you can have some amount of, like, what is the legal threshold for, like, rat poop in food? There's some amount that's like, okay. The FDA was like, no more than this amount, all right? No more than this amount, okay? You can have some contaminants, but no more than this amount. Yeah, or bugs in cereal or whatever. Because, like, you're probably fine. It's probably fine. This is one of those, it shouldn't be in the food ever. No amount is okay. None. No amount should ever be okay. Isn't it good, guys, that this is happening in our country? But on the bright side, Trump's stock portfolio has moved up to $1 billion since returning to office. So some of you may die. That's the sacrifice I am willing to make for the Dow. Thank goodness the billionaires are safe. I'm not trying to fearmonger, chat, okay? So do what you want to do, but let's just say I will not be eating any more beef for a little bit, okay? Just for a little bit, maybe, perhaps. For a little while.